Word with Mike here in a moment. He's making his way over. The legend, the pride of Brownsville. Mike, can I ask? The world is excited to see you one last time, perhaps. Can you just tell us the emotions, the thoughts that are going through your mind right now?
Talking's over.
Why did you push him there? All right, that's it.
And that's my personality. Like right now, I'm scared to death. But as the fight gets closer, the less nervous I become because it's reality. And in reality, I'm invincible.
At a heated press conference, Mike Tyson almost comes to blows with Floyd Mayweather, forcing security and members of the crowd to step in quickly and stop the confrontation from spiraling out of control.
The world is excited to see you one last time, perhaps. Can you just tell us the emotions, the thoughts that are going through your mind right now?
Talking's over.
Why did you push him there?
Floyd starts to lose a composure, but his team quickly steps in, soothing him and keeping things from escalating into chaos. Floyd Mayweather then shrugs it off, saying it's nothing new for him, just part of his everyday routine, something he's done countless times and still does.
I don't really worry about that. This is easy. This is what I do. I'm a fighter, so I don't worry about anything. Once again, I've been a professional 25 years, then fought the best, then seen every style, and always came out on.
As the tension builds, people begin wondering whether Mike might actually hurt Floyd. However, Jeff Mayweather steps in to calm the speculation, emphasizing that both men are seasoned professionals who will respect the contract, get paid, and walk away without any hard feelings. Well,
Tyson, if there were some prearrangement for this fight, Tyson's animosity, well documented towards Floyd. Any chance that he's going in there and, saying, hey, screw all, I don't care what agreement was made, if there was one at all, I want to kill this dude?
Nah. He gonna get a check. Floyd's gonna get a check. And they're gonna get a check that's real huge because of their names. So nobody's finna their money.
Mike Tyson explains that he and Floyd couldn't be more different in the ring. Floyd relies on speed, skill, and flashy technique, while Tyson is all about explosive force and punishing power.
Never the fly, slick, black fighter. I was just very serious and I was just very hard and mean. I didn't like the slickness. It was all about hurt.
Evander Holyfield says he would choose Mike Tyson over Floyd, noting that Tyson's distinctive approach makes him incredibly hard to deal with, as he rarely lets opponents land a clean, solid punch.
Are you saying you got Tyson?
I got Tyson.
You got Tyson over Mayweather. That's huge. Why? I just got Floyd because he's younger, 10 years younger, fast, elusive.
I hear bigger punches, man. You're gonna get toe up.
Really?
Of course.
So if Tyson lands on Floyd, Floyd's going down?
Yeah.
But so when he fought Jake Paul, some fans, they weren't too impressed with Tyson's performance versus Jake Paul. Do you think you'll have a better one versus Floyd?
I just think if they compete, you don't get.
I like that. You're sticking with your boy Tyson, though. You're loyal.
Well, I'm just
heavyweight.
He don't let nobody get the. He ain't gonna let nobody get the best.
Even at this stage of his life, Mike continues to amaze during sparring sessions, showcasing incredible speed, explosive power, and sharp precision that leave his trainer completely stunned.
Mike! Beautiful roll, Mike! Excellent! Awesome. Complete game. Beautiful game. Complete. There's nothing to say. You're complete. It's not just enough. Beautiful roll, Mike! Excellent roll! Excellent defense, champ! This is the perfect head position. This we talk about it. 40 seconds. You are winning the fight, so there's no reason for you to rush. We are winning the fight. All good for us. 3 shot, Mike. Excellent. Nice left hook. Up. We're done. The job is over. We're done. 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Oh, great work, man.
Meanwhile, Floyd Mayweather pushes himself hard in training, displaying lightning-fast speed, pinpoint accuracy, and burst explosive energy while staying in complete control during his grueling workouts.
Slide in front. Clutches, wedges, hip and go. Drop, drop. Walking, walking, walking. Pitch it. Pitch it. 6, 60. Punch it. Pitch it. Shot. Look at it. Today. Watch it, watch it. I step back like I have my distance. That's why I should have my distance. Fighters don't know their distance.
Floyd sets his sights on a bout with Mike Tyson, aware that exhibition matches draw enormous hype and huge audiences, just like the massive viewership seen during Tyson's showdown with Jake Paul.
Beat him. I mean, remember when Floyd fought Manny Pacquiao? Like, he waited until Manny got knocked spark out from Marquez, and then he was like, yeah, now's my time to fight him. I just don't believe that Floyd would have fought Mike Tyson if Mike Tyson didn't fight Jake Paul. But Floyd seen that Mike Tyson couldn't hardly walk in the ring. When he got to the ring, he couldn't move around. Jake Paul was running circles around him. And that being said, I'm a huge Mike Tyson fan, like huge. But we see what Floyd's doing here. He's like, yeah, I'm going to get in there with Mike Tyson, who couldn't do anything with Jake Paul. I'm going to get millions of dollars. Well, yeah, I'm up for that. But again, I don't blame Floyd Mayweather for doing this. In boxing, I always say, there's not much money in it for the regular people like me and you if you're a fighter. But for someone like Floyd Mayweather and Mike Tyson, they will earn absolutely millions of dollars.
Mike Tyson's name instantly commands attention, pulling in huge crowds and sparking global interest. His legendary reputation, devastating power, and iconic career turn every appearance into a spectacle, guaranteeing media coverage, fan excitement, and anticipation. Even without stepping into the ring, his mere presence captivates and inspires boxing fans around the world.
The aspect of it with a new fan base is always curious about the old time fighters, which is why Tyson always gets views even today, because people are always curious about the Mike Tyson mystique, the Mike Tyson effect. So people that weren't able to be alive and wake up the morning of a Mike Tyson fight to know what that feels like, want to feel that today. I promise you, it's nothing like it was in 1989 with Tyson, no matter what you guys want to feel. But regardless, I think people get curious about that. And I think this is going to be sort of the same thing. There's nothing that's going to match the Mayweather-Pacquiao era of that time where they were flying and people wanted to see that fight. This is not going to be that feeling on the morning of. But like the champ said, on the morning of, whether you like it or whether you don't like it, I think you're going to end up, ordering that pay-per-view or watching on Netflix, whatever. This is on Netflix.
Jeff Mayweather explains that Floyd's comeback isn't simply about stepping back into the ring. It's a calculated strategy. Even years after retirement, Floyd's name still holds tremendous influence in boxing, and fans remain captivated by him. By returning, he can capitalize on that fame, earn significant money, and show that he still has the skill and power that made him a champion. This comeback isn't about chasing titles or taking reckless risks. It's about being smart and making the most of every opportunity.
I think I'm gonna be in this corner. I mean, I've never really been in this corner. I mean, a long time ago when I first got him signed, yeah, I was in this corner. But other than that, no, I don't think that I'll be in this corner.
Do you? I mean, obviously it's coming.
I'll be there to support him, but I won't be in this corner.
Do you think the comeback is like for like a title run, or is it like do you think he's going to kind of go after some of the top guys, or is it just kind of like he wants to come back, got a couple more pro fights, rob the bank?
I think that if he comes back, he's going to come back in a way where it's going to be smart and it's going to benefit him. And I think that, his name is bigger than still bigger than anybody that's out there today. And that in itself is going to sell. So basically, he's going to have to fight somebody one day. And I think that that one day is when everybody will find out how much he has left.
In the lead up to the potential fight with Mike Tyson, this strategy becomes even more intriguing. The two fighters come from different eras with contrasting styles. Floyd with his slick defensive mastery, and Tyson with his raw power and relentless aggression. Jeff highlights that a matchup like this naturally draws massive attention, as their reputations alone are enough to sell. Fans are eager to see how much Mayweather still has in the tank, just as they have followed Pacquiao and other returning legends. While younger fighters are emerging, none match the fame and legacy that Floyd still commands. Facing Tyson would not only test Floyd's enduring skills, but also highlight his savvy in choosing opponents who offer both a challenge and a spectacle, turning the fight into a historic moment for boxing enthusiasts.
It's a shame that that's probably one of the biggest fights in boxing now. And that's ridiculous. I mean, with all these other young fighters, nobody still hasn't got to that, to that height of fame. And that's a shame, I mean, but there are a lot of good young fighters that, that I see myself growing up, coming up and I mean, that I really like, but I don't think that right now their name and their talent, and their fame haven't reached to that level yet.
Floyd Mayweather's return to boxing isn't just about the excitement of the fight. It's also tied to financial strategy and protecting his legacy. DJ Vlad reports that a top jeweler suggested Floyd could be feeling financial pressure due to his extravagant lifestyle. Despite earning hundreds of millions over his career, his spending on private jets, luxury cars, and jewelry may have outpaced his investments. Vlad notes that even athletes with massive earnings can run into trouble if their spending isn't managed carefully, and Mayweather's high-profile, lavish lifestyle leaves little margin for error.
You know what's crazy? I don't know whether it's true, but I was hanging out at Wes Watson's house, right? He's a big fitness influencer.
Yeah,
You know he is, right? So we did a house tour.
Bald headed dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
white dude, big,
Prisoner guy?
prisoner guy,
Yeah,
right? Exactly. So when we're getting ready to shoot, he's got people at his house,
Right.
and there's this old school jeweler dude there. They're like, oh, this is one of the OG jeweler guys. This is who everyone else gets their stuff from. And he told me, and I'm not going to say who it is, but he's like, Mayweather's broke. I said, no. He's like, no, really. Mayweather's broke. Now, I don't know if it's true.
Right.
This is what this guy told me. I'm like, how could he be broke? He's like, yo, he spends like crazy.
Yeah.
Spends like
I mean,
crazy.
you only could go for so long. I mean, and you're not fighting.
This perspective makes Floyd's comeback much easier to understand. Stepping back into the ring lets him generate income while staying in the public eye and remaining relevant. A bout against a high-profile opponent like Mike Tyson would not only highlight Floyd's enduring skills, but also capitalize on his unmatched brand in boxing. His name still carries tremendous weight, with fans captivated by his defensive mastery, strategic intelligence, and impeccable ring record. While Floyd doesn't need a fight to survive, the mix of maintaining his status, showcasing his abilities, and earning money makes a comeback appealing for someone accustomed to fame and a luxurious lifestyle. The ring serves as both a stage and a source of financial security. Mayweather's return isn't born of desperation. It's a calculated move, leveraging his fame, legacy, and the financial opportunities still available in professional boxing.
But you would think that your investments would continue to grow,
Right.
as long as you keep your spending under wraps. Like right now, I could retire right now. This could be my last interview ever.
Right.
And with my investments, I invested into a lot of great companies like Google and Amazon and Tesla over the years, and those companies have all grown and continue to grow, right? And I could actually borrow money against my stock portfolio without even selling my stocks.
Right.
So I assumed that Mayweather was in a similar spot because he made so much cash, and if you invested even in common stocks, you should do pretty well. But I mean, listen, Mayweather never flies commercial. He's only flying private.
So he doesn't own his own plane?
I don't think so. I've never seen a Mayweather plane, like a Drake plane. I've never seen that. Not to say that he doesn't. I don't know Mayweather like that. I've never...
Interview 14. Analysts suggest that Floyd Mayweather has significantly shaped modern boxing by carefully picking his opponents and managing situations to preserve his perfect 50-0 record. He focused on protecting his personal legacy, sometimes over the sport's competitive integrity. Critics argue that this strategy has cultivated a generation of fans who follow boxing more for spectacle, viral moments, and highlight reels than for genuine skill or competition.
This. Who looks at it now and says he's 50-0? A generation, the first generation of boxing fans who don't box. Tattoos all over. You will shoot somebody down for $1, right? You will play around and beat up a bum who's drunk out of his mind so you can put it on YouTube, right? But you won't put on the gloves. You won't go to a local gym and put on the gloves. And you have killed boxing. You have killed something that saved me from a life of being a victim. Okay? You have done it. And you have destroyed boxing in such a way, Floyd Mayweather fans and Floyd Mayweather. You have destroyed boxing in such a big way that even Crawford and Canelo can't.
While fighters like Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez possess incredible talent, they cannot fully restore boxing's former credibility because Mayweather's approach has set a new standard of avoiding the toughest challenges. Comparisons to past legends, such as Sugar Ray Leonard sidestepping Marvin Hagler, show that Mayweather's strategy isn't entirely without precedent, but its impact on the sport is unmatched. Analysts also warn that even an exhibition fight with Mike Tyson can't undo the effects. Mayweather would never have faced Tyson in his prime, one of the fastest and most fearsome heavyweights, highlighting the lasting consequences his career decisions have had on boxing.
And Canelo can't save it. Because by the time September 14th comes, it's back to the circus of Tank Davis and Jake Paul. And I was on Tank Davis' side. Most of you know that. I'm done with him too. Okay? I will officially say that he ducked Lamont Roach Jr. And you know, I don't say everybody ducks everybody. I don't say that. Yeah? I don't say that. Jack Dempsey ducked Howard Wills, Harry Wills, Sugar Ray Leonard, when he was supposed to be fighting Marvin Hagler, when Marvin Hagler was in his prime and begging Sugar Ray Leonard for a fight, Sugar Ray Leonard ducked Marvin Hagler. Floyd Mayweather Jr. ducked Manny Pacquiao.
Michael Irvin reacts to Floyd Mayweather's surprising decision to come out of retirement after his exhibition fight with Mike Tyson in April. Irvin expresses both disbelief and curiosity, especially amid rumors that Mayweather might be facing financial difficulties. The notion of Floyd struggling financially seems almost contradictory, given his reputation as a savvy businessman who transformed boxing's financial landscape. In the past, promoters like Don King would make hundreds of millions, while fighters such as Mike Tyson earned far less. Mayweather flipped that model by taking control of his own promotions, ensuring he earned not only his fight purses, but also promotional revenue. While with Showtime, he amassed staggering paychecks ranging from $150 million to $175 million, combining his earnings as both a fighter and promoter.
Shocked me. Floyd Mayweather Jr. unretired. He is 48 years old and going back in to fight again. He will announce that he's unretiring right after the exhibition fight he has against Mike Tyson in April. Now, I say when I see this, my mind went everywhere because I'm thinking all of the stuff that I've heard, like allegedly he's having money issues and money troubles. And then I didn't know if to believe that because look, I don't see how you went through that kind of money. And Floyd, I thought, was a brilliant businessman because he was the one that flipped the game. Remember the Don Kings and all of those promoters? They would come in and make hundreds of millions.
Urban points out that he never anticipated Floyd returning to the ring, especially after achieving such financial independence. The announcement sparks questions about how this comeback might affect his legacy, particularly whether he can preserve his perfect 50-0 record. For both fans and analysts, the idea of Mayweather facing someone like Mike Tyson is highly compelling, combining the challenge of taking on a legendary heavyweight with the spectacle of a retired fighter asserting his dominance. This return isn't just about money. It's a calculated strategy that intertwines legacy, financial planning, and entertainment, underscoring Mayweather's unmatched influence on the sport of boxing.
This one make 25, 30 million a year, but Don King made hundreds of millions. Floyd Mayweather flipped the script and said, no promoter, I'm not going to pay you or let you take home that kind of money. I'm going to hire you and I'm going to take home all of the promotion money. When I was with Showtime, I was with my guy over there. They were taking him checks for 150, 160, 175 million dollars because he was getting paid to box, but also paid as the promoter. This I never thought would happen. I just never thought it would happen. Now him returning to the ring, how does this affect him moving forward? Does he stay 50-0? I don't believe Florida get a loss on his.
That's a wrap for today's video. Stay tuned for more and we'll see you next time.